Hi guys, I am from Explore the World and Technology YouTube channel. Today I am going to teach you about the spoken English and especially the grammar part. In order to speak in English fluently, you should know the grammar part. Even if you know other sentences, sometimes maybe you learn by heart words, patterns, this and that, but the bottom line is that you should know the grammar in order to speak in English fluently. So today we will see what is this, what are those areas. So first of all, I am going to tell you that in order to speak in English fluently, you should know the grammar as I said earlier. In that grammar, there are two main things. They are active voice and passive voice, right? If you know these two main things of this grammar, you can go ahead with this English language. So you can speak with anybody. So let's see at first what is this active voice. As I said earlier, there are two main things in the grammar. They are active voice and passive voice. So first of all, we are going to study the active voice. Right. Let's see that. As you can see on the screen, there are 7 tenses here. You can see that tense side. They are tenses: present simple, present continuous, past simple, past continuous, present perfect, past perfect, future simple. They are tenses. So there are 7 tenses here. They are very important for you to study this English language, especially for the spoken side. So how do we do this? This relates to the active voice from the grammar. As I said earlier, this is the active voice grammar. So once you study these 7 tenses, you can speak with anybody. I guarantee that you can speak with anybody because the 90% of the grammar is related with these 7 active voice tenses. If you know very well these 7 active voice tenses, you can speak with anybody. The way you want to speak is coming to your mind. Once you study this, it is coming naturally, it's coming. As I said, I guarantee you just try this. This is my first lesson in the grammar one. There are few lessons ahead. You can expect few lessons for the next and next for the rest of the grammar. So once you finish this active voice, then it's nothing. You can speak in English, I guarantee. So this is very easier. Don't take this is as a serious one. This is very simple. So how do we study this one? Take the out of these 7 tenses, you take first one, present simple. Just think, what is the meaning of this present simple? Present means at present, right now. Simple means very easy one. Very simple. The meaning of the simple, very easy. At present, very easy way to speak in English. At present, easy way to speak in English. Present simple, right? Then present continuous. At present, right now, at present continuous. Something is being done. The meaning of the continuous, something is being done. So present continuous. Once you study these 2 areas, you get some kind of you will get the kind of stage of the grammar. Just like that, just think about the rest of them. What are they? Past simple, past continuous, present perfect, past perfect, future simple. So step by step you have to complete understanding or studying these tenses. As I given as I have given some example in front of that tenses, but don't think about that example. First of all, you should understand these 7 tenses. I speak more about these 7 tenses because you should know the meaning and the way how it works about these 7 tenses. Once you know these 7 tenses very well, then you can go to another step, right? We'll get the present simple. See, I'll get an example. I go home, right? Now you can see this is the present simple example given below. I go home, you go home, we go home, they go home. So present simple, at present simple means very easy way. I go home, right? Subject plus verb plus object. Subject means I, verb means go, object means home. Especially you know, in the English grammar, the sentence is started with the subject. Always it is started with the subject, which means I, you, we, they, Kamal, animal. And also this I, you, we, they are coming under plural. Understand? They are coming under plural. So after the subject you can straight away put the verb, then the object, the ending way of the sentence, right? Then next you see the other side of that, just other side. Subject plus verb plus object. She goes home, he goes home, it goes home, Kamal goes home. There, as you can see, subject she, he, it, Kamal. Verb goes, object home, home. There's a difference between the other side. Why is that? Because she, he, it, Kamal, they are singular. Only one person. They are stating only one person, mentioning one person. She, he, it, Kamal. In the that is a rule of the English language. According to the grammar, we have to follow that rule. What is that? If there's one person, so you after the subject, when you add the verb, you have to put es or s. That's the rule of the English language. Once you add that es or s, it's very easy. The sentence is complete. So in the present simple, this is the very simple rule. You just want to keep in your mind. Once you keep this rule in your mind, it is very easy to build the sentence, which is that if the subject is plural, nothing happened to verb, you just add it. After the subject, you can add it. You go home, you eat, you write, you play, we play, you go, just like that. Then the ending sentence object you can as you want, you can put that object, the ending way of the sentence, just like that. You see, if it is singular, she, he, it, Kamal, so it is just like this. It is just like this. You have to start from the subject, she, he, it, Kamal. Then you have to add the verb, but it should be with the es or s. She goes. There I go home. Here she goes, because she is coming under the singular. That is the simple rule. If you know this rule, so which is that when you build the sentence, after the subject, for the singular, you have to add the es or s. Then the sentence is correct. So once you understand that plural and singular of the present simple, that's building sentence is very easier. So just like this, we have to make the sentences, negative sentences, question mode, negative question mode, by using this present simple. Then it is covering all the areas. So next, you can join with us next video, how to build the next sentences by using present simple, like question mode, negative question, sentence mode, negative sentence, just like that. You can join with us. follow us and continue these lessons. Once you finish lesson, you can learn the English. Thank you.